LMGs. Yes, the powerhouse weapon of any squad in Battlefield 6. But people don't know that yet. For you to be ahead of the curve, I spent a week since launch leveling all of these bad boys up to level 30 and even some to full mastery in real matches, no bot farming, so I can get a real feel for how these guns work in real games. There are 8 LMGs and each really do feel like they fill a different role within Battlefield 6. There are 6 you will unlock through career progression and 2 you will need to complete challenges to unlock. Today I'm not going to give you the meta builds for these, I'm simply letting you know which you should be leveling going forward so you don't waste time on the worst weapons. However, if you would like some meta builds, let me know in the comments below and maybe I can help you out. Let's start out with the worst LMG in Battlefield 6. At least from my point of view, and some of these may seem shocking, the M60. Now, where do I start? This gun is the king of inconsistency. Sometimes this will mow down opposing squads with ease, and then the very next fight you won't be able to even take down a single player. And I feel like this comes down to 2 things. The kick of the gun in full auto is quite random, and the slow rate of fire, so if you do miss one of those heavy hitting shots, then you really feel it. I will put this in the D tier of LMGs. Next is the M240L. This hard hitting weapon is basically a better upgraded version of the M60. With a 3-shot potential up to 10 meters, it makes this gun an absolute monster in the close range fights and still boasts a lovely 4-shot up to 80 meters. The problem you'll find with ranges after 50 meters, it becomes very bouncy, so with this weapon being a bit of a wild bull, its sheer power at close range takes it into the C tier bracket. However, with the right attachments and burst fire, you can still get a good job done at these ranges. The M250. Now, listen. Everybody has been gassing this LMG up, and this is mainly for its 25 damage at pretty much all ranges. But it has some flaws and there's quite a few. It simply doesn't do anything great, it does everything okay. That's a huge problem for me, because if something doesn't have a pro, then how do you play to the strength of the weapon? You kind of just find yourself flailing around with no real aim in mind on how you want to fight. You add that to the fact it has a 50 round mag, and if you want to upgrade to the 100 round, it will cost you a whopping 55 points. All in all, the M250 goes also into the C tier simply for its mag capacity not allowing you to have options on attachments. The L110, I don't know if I'm saying that right, is the starter LMG, and what a great starter LMG it is. This thing will churn out bullets for a respectable amount of damage for very little recoil. This gun really doesn't need a whole lot of attachments either to become good. It's simply great out of the box. Or so they say. Do guns come in boxes? I don't know. Anyways, with a 100 round mag and a 720 rate of fire, this L10 really does it all within reason, and for me is a lesser version of the M123K, and we'll be discussing that LMG later. That's why I'm putting it in my B tier bracket. Simple use, easy for new players, it's a great starter LMG and does what it says on the tin. The RPK has been highly regarded as one of the best LMGs in the game, and while it can be in the right hands, it does take quite a bit of work to do so. This thing is a tap fire powerhouse, with it boasting 33 damage and a nice 550 rate of fire. But its precision isn't all that. So you can feel it, the bloom when full autoing. I can see why people really like the RPK, and so do I. But for those looking for a plug and play LMG, this really doesn't feel like it is it. But with work you put in as a player, then this LMG is a true AR LMG hybrid that can put in all the work at all the ranges, and for that reason it makes it B tier in my list. The DRS, I'm not even sure we can call this an LMG. It's an assault rifle in disguise. Like, honestly, its 30 round mag combo with the blue laser makes this LMG feel as snappy as an SMG, even close range, and does exactly what it says on the tin. It destroys people rapidly and you won't even realize you're playing support whilst you're shredding infantry in close quarters. It's highly accurate and out damages most carbines over range. The only downside is if you want the attachments to make it feel snappy and nice, then you can't really upgrade the mag size. So just due to it having a 30 round mag, I'm going to leave this in the A tier. If mag size is no issue for you, then this could easily have slotted into S tier just for its rate of fire, its damage, and how snappy it feels. It's an insane weapon of choice for any support player out there. M123K is the cheese maker. The 830 rate of fire with 25 damage will literally turn your opposition into Swiss cheese, and I love cheese. This is the fastest shooting LMG in Battlefield 6, and you can really feel it. Now, it does become somewhat less accurate on bigger maps, but on maps like Empire State or Siege of Cairo, you can really feel this beast come to life. With recoil really not that challenging and using the high rate of fire, this is the best LMG for suppressing and getting yourself out of a jam. At close range, you can contest practically any weapon that isn't a vector and win the fight, even if you are low health. For how good it is at close range alone, the M123K will go into the A tier bracket. Make sure to use this on these close range maps, because on maps like Liberation, Peak or Mirek Valley, you won't get the full benefits, but it can still be a very nice weapon to use. The KTS. Oh boy, here we go. This thing has to be glitched or something, I swear. With 25 damage and a whopping 70 precision, this allows you to have near enough full auto at all ranges up to 100 meters and have good accuracy. A 60 round mag is standard and 500 rate of fire. It's perfect for an all-rounder. Now, it doesn't excel at close range, but with some hipfire lasers will certainly help turn those fights further in your favor. But this thing is insane for the mid and even to long range gunfights. I see this as an upgraded RPK simply for the reason of how easy it is to use for all skill level players. And I know it takes 300 suppressions on players to unlock this LMG, but let me tell you this, it will be well worth your while. I strongly believe this will be meta when the alleged third mode is out, so make sure you're working on those 300 suppressions right now. And that is why the KTS is the gold standard of LMG, and it is my pure S tier weapon. Well, that is it for LMGs in Battlefield 6. Let me know if you have any questions about today's video, and thank you so much for watching. I hope my personal game experience has helped you decide which LMG to choose, and hopefully not wasted any time on some of the lower rated LMGs. Till next time, have fun, good luck, and I'll see you out there.